All right, we're moving on to chapter 4. Chapter 4 represents the first of our body systems that we're going to cover throughout this chapter. Um, and it's going to cover our integumentary system. The integumentary system is also known as the skin, hair, nails, and glands that are right under the skin. This system actually has the largest organ of the body. The skin is actually considered an organ. So this whole system, even though it's not very complex in structure, is very important. The skin, when unbroken, provides a level of protection against bacteria and other invading organisms. When the skin is broken, it provides a passageway for the bacteria and the organisms to get into the actual body itself. The picture here can be found in your textbook, and you are not going to have to know any of the different structures such as all of these on this side. I will ask you just very general. Please know that the upper layers, the epidermis, the dermis, and then the subcutaneous fatty tissue. When we talk about the stuff that you need to know for the quiz, you also need to be sure you know the definitions that can be found on the following slides. The epidermis, excuse me, is the outer layer of the skin. The dermis is the inner. And then they talk a little bit about the glands. Be sure you know all these different parts and be able to answer them in terms of matching or multiple choice. So now we're going to go into the combining forms for this system. Remember, the structures and their definitions, the combining forms, and the prefixes and suffixes will all be used and covered on the quiz. So here are combining forms: cutaneo, dermo, dermato, hydro, kerato, onycho, unguo, sebo, and tricho. So here's another exercise that's in your book, and it's just going through all of the different layers of the skin. Like I said, the main things I want you to know is the epidermis, the dermis, and then the subcutaneous fatty tissue. Here's some more combining forms that are going to be used often within integumentary system: auto, bio, conio, crypto, hetero, myco, necro, pachio, rhitido, staphylo, strepto, and zero. Prefixes: epi, intra, para, per, sub, and trans. And suffixes: a, coccus, ectomy, ia, itis, malacia, opsy, phasia, plasty, rhea, and tome. You're going to start to see a lot of these suffixes repeated over and over and over. Remember from chapter 1, we had itis. We already know that that one means inflammation. Ectomy means removal. Malacia, which we had in chapter 1, is softening. So remember, you're going to start to see these over and over again. And those slides, the things that I've just covered, are going to be the things that are also going to be covered for the quiz. I'm going to stop this video presentation here because I'm going to kind of start breaking down the chapters into very small videos that you can just go back and listen to if you have, if you have some questions without having to sit through a whole one. So stay tuned. We'll catch up with the next section.